Yes. If you're ever in a situation like me, whereby you're just coming off the back of 3 successful court cases in the criminal justice system, one of the cases in particular was so grave that you actually proved that the police fabricated evidence in the case, which led to your successful appeal. And with that, you then go on to take further legal proceedings against the investigating officers of that, because you proved to the court of appeal that they fabricated evidence in that. There's certain protocol that the police have to follow, whereby if further allegations come in against you that are brought to their attention, that they have to follow, i.e. they can't just come to your house kicking and screaming and arresting people and taking them into custody and things of that nature. There's certain protocol that they have to follow. In the last case that I beat last month, I wasn't arrested. I was actually sent an invitation by police officer detective 9579 Cox, of Bourneville Lane, Birmingham. Dear Ithamar, you have been identified as a suspect in 2 assault matters. Now you see again 2 assault matters. I didn't say nothing because I didn't feel it relevant and necessary to say anything. I don't feel that every time I have a successful case against my name in court relinquished, that I need to get on social media and start telling everybody. It was actually 2 assault allegations last month, very, very similar to my situation 2 years ago. One of the assault matters, that was pending until the actual court case, and the police didn't write me and tell me that they were going to discontinue that one because the Crown Prosecution Service had took the decision to discontinue the other one, which I'm going to talk about in a second. So it was 2 assault matters, it wasn't just 1 assault matters. That has occurred in September and October 2017. In order for officers to investigate this matter fully, they need to speak with you regarding the allegation to establish if you have any involvement in the matter. And it just goes on to say that I've been invited down to Bourneville Lane, Birmingham, B31QX for a voluntary interview on Monday the 4th of December 2017 at 3 p.m. with Detective Constable Cox. If you ever get a letter like this, don't barter, because you could end up being arrested at your place of residence, your place of work. If you're in education, you could be arrested at college or university. You're going on holiday, you could be arrested at the airport. You're coming in from holiday, you could be arrested at the airport. If you've got family proceedings in the civil court, you could be arrested at family court, and that's the last place you want to get arrested is family court. So don't barter about the bush. Get some good legal representation. Or if you feel that you can handle the police and you're well read enough on the criminal justice system, go on your own, or just make sure you go with somebody. Never attend the police station on your own. And further to that, this is not legal advice. I'm just giving people a backdrop of what to expect when you come into contact with the criminal justice system. It's real out here. So I've got to the police station. The person that I brought with me to sit in on the interview with me was objected by the police. But as soon as I pulled out this book, which is no less than 250 pages, the decision not to have her on the interview sitting in with me because it was a she was overturned in a matter of 2 seconds. The name of the book is as follows: an official book from the Home Office, Code C Revised, Code of Practice for the Detention, Treatment and Questioning of Persons by Police Officers. So I think it's very, very important that people from my demographic and people, especially people who look like myself and are of the same gender of myself, which is black men, it's very, very important that you go into the criminal justice system with a well-read mind so that the police don't run rings around you. So before the interview had even commenced on these allegations, the first thing I did was draw reference to this page. General, the powers and procedures in this code must be used fairly, responsibly, and with respect for the people to whom they apply, and without unlawful discrimination under the Equality Act 2010, Section 149, Public Sector Equality Duty. Police forces must, in carrying out their functions, have due regard to the need to eliminate unlawful discrimination, harassment, victimization, and any other conduct which is prohibited by the Act, to advance the equality of opportunities between people who share a relevant protected characteristic and people who do not share it, and to foster good relations between those persons. So there's some very, very insightful information on the Equality Act that has specifically been drawn up from the Home Office for state apparatuses such as the police. And I think it's very, very important that, again, I don't mean to repeat myself, but repetition is the mother of skill. when you're going into the police station, make sure that you have a copy of this book and somebody with you. And then because I wasn't arrested at my address, and I was summoned to the police station via an invitation by Detective Cox of Bourneville Lane, of course they have to go away and do their investigations and then go back to the Crown Prosecution Service or the Chief Constable for a charging decision. Now, because my name's Ithamar, and because I have a claim against the police, but as I say, because my name's Ithamar, to the untrained Anglo-Saxon eye, 95% of the police force are white Anglo-Saxon, so I have to say to the untrained Anglo-Saxon eye, the name Ithamar, they're going to consider that person to be of Islamic heritage, or is some sort of Muslim, or is some sort of Pakistani Muslim, no pun intended. So instantly they've made their mind up on what it is and how they are going to go about conducting the case based on your name. They know exactly who and what you are, and that's something else that I'm going to speak about in another video. The names that we're giving our children in the 21st century in Anglo-Saxon held strongholds. We're marginalizing our children. We're marginalizing because we're so interdependent on state apparatuses. Whenever our names are coming before them, whether it's job applications, healthcare, the police, the criminal justice system, the judicial system, most of the time, they've already made their decision on how they're going to conduct themselves in that case based primarily off what your name is. So I was charged, and it just goes on to say that I'm summoned to appear at Birmingham Magistrates Court, Victoria Law Courts, Corporation Street, Birmingham, for the charges that I was charged with in January this year, 2018. And then the grand finale was the court case in question. Because I actually wrote to the Crown Prosecution Service myself, it led to a notice of discontinuous. Defendant Ithamar S. Court and hearing date Birmingham Magistrates Court, 5th of June 2018. On the 16th of September 2017, not 1817, because the CPS rushed to email me the letter and they got their dates wrong. Common assault upon Patrick James Dignan. The reason for my decision is there is not enough evidence to provide a realistic prospect of conviction. I have notified the accused of this decision and of his right to have the proceedings revived from the District Crown Prosecutor. Bless up, people. Again, this is not legal advice, I'm just giving you a backdrop on some of the procedure and protocol of the criminal justice system. Peace.